Okay, so let's get back into the timeline traveler, and this is the Dory story. So this is part 33. So yesterday we left off with Officer Tony just tripping. Okay, that man literally. I mean, it's like for some reason he cannot accept rejection, and he really just feel like he has to prove a point to prove that Miracle is not who she says she is. He really want to go all out his way to say that she is easy, she's classless, she's a lady of the night. So he decided to go over there late at night to, and all he felt like she needed to do was just see him because, why not? He's the prize. So turns out he wasn't the prize. Turns out he was actually just creepy. So she called, well, not necessarily called the police, but she pushed her fire alarm, which led the fire department to her home. And looks like she took her first fire truck ride. Let's see how that went. So Miracle and the firefighter, which his name was Ben, he grabbed her by her hand and helped her up the fire truck. Sat her down gently and told her, hey, everything's going to be all right. But from a distance, there stood Officer Tony, watching the whole thing go down. The venom in his blood was just seething. He was on fire. I knew she was on. I knew she was on. He watched this lady get into this man is a stranger. Where is she going late at night? So he decided to follow them. He stood back a few distance just so that, he can be undetected. So the firefighter led his way on over to Dori's house. Finally, they pulled up into her parking lot, and he jumped out of the fire truck and treated her like a princess and made sure that she had every step, and he picked her up and he placed her on the ground, and he said, are you feeling safe now? Yeah, I think I do. Yes, I do. He said, well, look, would you like for me to walk you upstairs, or do you have it from here? Well, sure, you can walk me up. You just never know who's waiting. I'm telling you, this guy creeps me out. So she looked around the parking lot just to see if she seen any cars that resembled him, because he too know where Dori lives. She took a deep breath and he said, yeah, sure, let me guide you up. So firefighter Ben walked upstairs with Miracle, and she pulls out her key and she opens up the door and she looks back at him, and he said, well, look, I know you're going through something. And he said, but can I see you again? Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can. He said, wow, okay. He said, well, listen here. Here's my card. He pulls out a card from his pocket and he hands it over to Miracle. He said, listen, I get off in the morning. Maybe we can have breakfast. After work. That sounds great. So thank you. And she said, thank you so much for being there and being so protective and making sure I got over here safely. I really appreciate it. And I have a story to tell now. I rode my first fire truck. That was fun. Thank you. I really appreciate for the experience. And he's like, yeah, anytime. He said, we can do it again. Maybe next time you can come to the fire station. Oh, wow, now that would be cool. I would love something like that. He's like, yeah, sure, okay. And maybe you can be all the guys that are, and well, we have a gal there, and we also have a cat, and we have a dog. Really? Yeah. He said, sometimes we bring them on the jobs, but yeah, we have it all. Well, isn't that something? Yeah, I would love to come to the fire station. Ben, it was a pleasure meeting you tonight, and I really appreciate your help, and I'll see you in the morning. About what time? I get off about 7, so I can, if you're up that early, give me a call, and we can maybe have some breakfast somewhere, wherever you choose. Sounds good. All right, see you in the morning. So Officer Ben went downstairs and Miracle went inside and she closed the door and locked it. And to her surprise, Dori was on the couch. She looked and, Dori, are you okay? And she shook her awake. Dori said, she said, I thought you were on a date with John. I was. It's a long story, and I just don't feel so well. I'm sorry. I was supposed to come see you after, and I wind up drowning. What? Girl, why you didn't call me? I was just out of it. I mean, I'm sure you were. Come here, girl. So she sits next to her and just starts to hold her. And she said, what happened? She said, it was just the darndest thing. I mean, we got on the boat and everything was going well and I felt really good. And but when I got on the boat, Miracle, it was just this really funny feeling that I got. And I don't know, I think the captain picked up that I picked it up or something, because when I got to the back of the boat just to kind of look around, it's like he purposely sped up. I mean, I just felt like that, or maybe I was just overthinking it. I don't know, but I wind up falling over and I drowned. But you're not going to believe this. The red planet was down under the water. What? It was literally under the water, and I was inside the planet. So when I fell into the water, it's like the planet just surrounded me. And it was nothing but water inside the planet. But inside the planet, I can swim. Outside the planet, I drowned. So then Officer John jumped into the water and pulled me out, and he resuscitated me. And I coughed up the water, and all I seen after that was the fireworks and the planet in the sky after that. Wow. What the? Oh my God. Dori, are you okay, girl? I'm so sorry you went through that. I mean, what a date, right? Well, I think we both had some very interesting nights. Really, what happened with you? Oh, girl, that man, he came back again. What? Yes. Tony came back over. He called me before he came over about 30-something times. At first, he was leaving messages, and then he was texting. I mean, we did a combination of both. And then in some cases, he didn't do anything at all. But I finally just got tired of it, and I picked up the phone. And when I picked up the phone, I told him I no longer wanted the connection, that I thought I was clear on that. But obviously, he can't catch a clue, because he came right over after that and began to ring my bell, bang on my door. And I wound up pushing my fire alarm, and the fire department showed up. What? Yes, the fire department showed up, and that's how I got over here. Huh? Well, I know, it's strange, but I caught a fire truck here. Really? So Dori perked up a little bit. Oh, wow, I've never been on a fire truck. How was it? I mean, it was just, I don't know, I guess the company was really nice and made it nice. The company? Well, there is a firefighter named Ben, and I'm having breakfast with him in the morning. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, I know. I mean, girl, I live one time, and I'm single, so, and obviously the situation with Tony is not working. That situation is crazy. So, yeah. I just, he wind up giving me his card, and we're going to have breakfast when he gets off in the morning. He even invited me to the fire station. Wow, that's cool, sis. Well, if you go to the fire station, tell him make room for both of us, because I want to go too. Okay, cool. That'd be cool. So, Tony, seeing the fire truck pull off, and he followed the fire truck. He wind up putting his siren on top of the car and pulled up behind him and sirened to have him pull over. Tony wanted to see the man that was trying to take his woman. Who was this dude? How long he been seeing her? Was she just, who does she think she is, trying to walk away from him? He he gonna let